pound of fat. Okay, if calories were calories, which they're not all equal, but let's just to make things simple, we'll use that number. Now, weight training you can do 3 times a week and burn 300 or 400 calories. Doesn't matter, because you're going to be burning calories 24/7 for the next 72 hours. I mean, what's the difference between a wealthy man and a rich guy? A rich guy's got a good job, goes to work every day, gets paid really well.
Right.
But a wealthy guy sleeps, makes money while he's sleeping, and wakes up and has more money. Well, that's kind of the, if you can get that analogy, I'd rather sleep and burn calories than be awake working my butt off. Okay, so anyway, that's going to give you at least four good hours a week in your life, and I think we could all use that. Now, I mentioned earlier how important is muscle. It burns about 50 calories per pound a day. Okay, so this right here, when people say that their metabolism is low, and I get them on my bioimpedance scale, and it shows me that they have 112 pounds of muscle, you don't have a metabolism problem. Okay, you have either a lifestyle problem is what you usually have. Okay, you just need to get into the gym. Fat barely burns anything, and water just cools everything down. Okay, this is what I think about cardio. It's kind of like being a rat or a rodent inside of a cage. Okay, and you're just going and going and going. And again, I'm not knocking cardio at all. It has its place. I mean, if I'm too sore to work out, I do cardio. If I'm getting ready for a bodybuilding contest, usually it's because I'm too sore. I don't want to overtrain with the weights. I do cardio. That basically burns sugar. To actually burn fat, you need to get rid of the sugar in your body. Your body's source of energy prefers fat for energy. In the presence of sugar, your body will burn sugar first. So that's what we're in the process of now. When Jodi's labs get back, we're going to take a look and see where her sugar levels are, her insulin levels, because where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's sugar, there's insulin. Now, this is a physiological fact, okay? 101 on weight loss. If you have large chronic numbers or amounts of insulin in your body, you can't physiologically burn fat. You'll only burn sugar. So when you see morbidly obese people or people that are very overweight or have an A1C over 5.7, which is pre-diabetic, they're not burning fat. They're just burning sugar. And they're going to be walking for a long time. Okay, it's going to be the weights. The weights break down the sugar in the muscle. They replace the glycogen, which is sugar in your blood vessels, goes to your muscles. It cleans up your blood, cleans up the insulin, and now you're going to be a fat-burning machine. And that's what it's all about, is burning fat, keeping the muscle. Okay, so much for that. And again, the cardio has its place. So no hate mail, please. Okay. All right, lifting weights. And it's not only good for your muscles, but it's also good for your bones. And ladies, you know, over 40 years old, 50 years old, you know how important bone health is. And also balance. We work on balance and flexibility too. And, you know, for an example, I have an 86-year-old guy that tripped over a dog toy at night and broke his hip in 2 places. Within 6 weeks, he was back in his car driving. Now, most people that break their hip, they're done. They're gone. So, if he's a cat, there goes one of his lives. Okay, weight training, best bang for the buck. Here's a lady that just restricted calories only restricted calories. On the left side, came to me, lost 80 pounds. On the right side, that was about 1.5 years later. Okay, getting that muscle tone, her skin snapped back. A lot of that's genetic. I can't guarantee that if you're morbidly obese that your skin's going to snap back. But if you're reducing fat and you're keeping your muscle and you have your skin on top of it, more likely, if you can build a little bit of muscle, it'll take up where the fat was. Okay, so you don't look like a melted candle when you're starting to lose fat. All right, let's go down a little bit further here. Let's look at the bioimpedance scale I was mentioning. When Jodi first started, we got on this, and I had to kind of fight to take her shoes off to get her on the scale, but because nobody likes to know what their starting weight and what their body composition is. But people that weigh themselves on the bathroom scale are the ones I'm concerned about, because their weight's going to go up and down. I weigh 6, 7 pounds more in the evening than I do in the day. Does that mean I gain 7 pounds of fat? Heck no. There's no way. I can't. I'd have to eat over 20,000 calories extra on top of what I'm eating. So if you play that mind in your game, and when do you weigh yourself? You weigh yourself in the morning naked after you go pee. Everybody knows. Why do we do that? It's really simple. We do that because we're dehydrated. All the water in our body is gone. Okay, and then you urinate, it's even less. So you feel more comfortable getting on the scale. Your body changes all the time. With a bioimpedance scale, I can tell you how much muscle, fat, water, and what your body fat percentage is in a snapshot, so I know what's going on the inside. And it looks like this. Okay? And just upon that, it's just another way that we can judge your progress. Okay? Using a tape measure, using your clothes is the best because you have a constant tape measure around your body all the time. In fact, I got people losing their pants left and right. Okay? Because of the weight loss. All right. And then my scale also keeps a running number of what your weekly, we usually do by the week, every other week. Some people like to get weighed just once a month. Some people every other day. And it's up to you, really. But if I know you're weighing yourself at home and you come in here and you're dragging your head or you're too happy, then I like to get you I like to get you on my scale to find out what's going on and explain, what's going on in your body. Okay, let's look at some before and afters I got here. Okay, one lady came in just like, of course, with the same goals of most people, just to drop a few pounds. She went on to become a trainer, and that's happened before. I had this guy's 49 years old, about this time last year, or 2 years ago, and his goal was to do a bodybuilding contest at the age of 50. And he actually took second place, and he does still compete. This lady right here, big change. This is a work in progress, and it took a while. It's about 18 months, and she lost about 80 pounds. Doing great, and she's not missing anything. That's the other thing too, is that we substitute a lot of our foods. What do I eat? Oh my God, what do I eat? Well, we have Marigold bars. Marigold bars are a lifesaver. Actually, if you really want a nutrition class, you ought to just visit my refrigerator back here. These Marigold bars right here, you can see that this is a frozen one, and they need to be stored in the refrigerator. Remember I talked about things that oxidize or rot? These will actually rot. It's real food. They have enzymes that make you feel good. Now, does this usually fill you up, Jodi?
Yeah, I'll have half of one in the morning, and I'm good till after my workout, and I'm full. Absolutely full.
Now, how can a small bar like this, or even half of that, get you full? Remember, we talked about the enzymes. Mm-hmm. Okay, they're a little chewy, so it takes a little bit for them to you eat slower, so it gives your body a chance to digest. The blood goes up with the enzymes, and the serotonin goes to your brain, which tells the pituitary gland to shut the hunger switch off. Okay, because this bar is not going to fill you up. It's packed full of nutrients and enzymes. It's made from grass-fed whey. Okay, so it's European whey, and so it's all there's nothing artificial in this bar. And I eat probably about 2 or 3 a day. Sometimes when I'm doing a bodybuilding contest, I'll eat these all day long because I'm not worried about a calorie. By the way, a calorie is how fast something burns. A diet soda, how many calories are in that? None. Right. So it must be okay to drink, right? Well, no, because it has aspartame.
Right.
What does aspartame do? Well, it slows or stops a metabolic process in your body. What does that do? Well, that means all the stuff that should be working, like it's like a flashing red light. You have a big line of traffic because things aren't working right. Well, eating or drinking aspartame does the same thing. It slows down your infiltration system, meaning your kidneys and your liver, and nothing can get through until that toxic chemical, being aspartame, is out of your system. Okay, moving right along. This guy came in again. By the way, he says that he used to stand underneath his lights in the kitchen because he'd get the can look from the lights there down on to show his muscles. Now he's a little bit more proud. I think he takes his shirt off in the kitchen now. So the other foods that I was going to mention that we also advocate are the Fit and Firm foods. FitandFirmFoods.com. This is Carrie. She's actually the chef, and what a chef she is. She can make a green bean taste like licorice. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. She's a great cook, and I asked her, I said, so what makes you such a good cook? She says, well, I've been cooking since I was 14. I said, well, it qualifies for me. But anyway, she's also represents her own food and what she's done with her fitness progress. Now here's a guy that actually wanted to gain muscle. He actually gained weight. So the bioimpedance scale was a big deal when we got him on there. He went from 209 to 213, and obviously you can see a big difference in this guy. Here's my 86-year-old guy, and I hate to refer to him, that's Mike. We did a video on him not too long ago, and he's holding a pair of his old pants in his hands out like this. And he was 79 years old at that time the picture was taken. And he broke his hip in 2 places, went through a bout of cancer, runs 3 companies. And his doctor says that if he didn't work out with me, he wouldn't be alive today. So we've got another lady walk through the door. Never thought she'd even go. I talked about a client of mine that became a trainer. A couple of them became trainers later on down the road. It's very addictive. This lady went on to become a competitor. Now, we don't try to get everybody to that competitive look, but if you want to be there, it's there. And this was a process that took a couple years to get to that point. Now, we don't, we use a lot of bodybuilding or physique principles. In other words, the weight training, that lifestyle, and we turn it up and turn it down. It depends on how far you want to go with it. This lady just wanted to take it to the limit, put the volume on 10, and rock and roll, and she's winning bodybuilding contests, and she's still competing. Okay, another guy, here we go. Became a trainer. How about this guy? Now, he was a 450 pounder when I met him. He couldn't get on my bioimpedance scale because it only went up 350 pounds. So, he was, again, a work in progress, and we were on TV a couple times with Kyle here. Another guy, you can see a significant difference here. Again, wanted to look good in a bathing suit, or be comfortable to take off his shirt off in a swimming pool. Okay, another guy here. It's a big difference. This guy took 2 months. Now here's a guy that he was insulin resistant. His A1C, meaning his blood sugar average over 3 months, was below 5.6, which made him not diabetic. Now, if I didn't test his insulin, which was 9 times higher than we like to see it, he was insulin resistant. I asked him a burning question. I said, what did you eat today? He says, I don't eat during the day. I only eat at night. And I'm like, okay. Well, his liver he was running on adrenalines. Looking at his labs, we just, made some corrections, some hormonal changes, and boom, he started losing weight, like fat weight, and he kept his muscle. And still today, he's still staying with it. And again, the main thing is that we have sustainable programs after you hatch out of the nest here and you're out on your own, that you can keep going. Everybody has a fat story. Look at that. Now, okay, so it's a little modified. I just wanted people not to get fooled by pictures like this. This picture was taken, there's probably about 3 weeks a difference between. I was just kind of making fun of some of the supplement companies out there that, in one day they'll go from that to that just by sticking their gut out. You can see veins in my shoulders, and I just have a good ability to stick it. My transverse abdominis is very flexible, can really stick out there, and I just thought it'd be kind of funny. So don't be fooled out there. Now, as far as heroes here in Houston, Houston has their heroes, we have ours. Here we go, right here. These guys are in their 80s, and I'm sure these guys are just in their 20s and 30s, okay? So I'm putting the word out there. We're looking for people like you to fill up these pictures, okay, before and after. And you do have a before picture, right?
No, I sure don't.
Nobody likes to take before pictures, but we usually are able to dig one up once we have the after picture, right?
There you go, okay.
So, and nobody likes to do that. So anyway, remember, everything is under construction. It doesn't stop once you leave here. It's almost like I have people that take testosterone or other bioidentical hormones. And by the way, it's important to know that it's bioidentical. It's not the synthetic stuff. A lot of doctors get this mixed up. They say it causes cancer, causes this. No, it does not cause cancer. What causes cancer is the lack of hormones. We don't die at 17 when your hormones are at the highest it's ever going to be. No, we die in our 40s and 50s because our hormones start dropping off. As a matter of fact, my last two people, one guy was 35, one guy was 41. Their testosterone, the total testosterones, I think one was 156 and one was 79 for total testosterone. And then they were both under 5 on their free testosterone or bioavailable. And one guy got his wife pregnant. I don't know how that happened. But it did. So, you know, if you don't know if you've never had your hormones tested, you know, at least get that done if you're over 40 and even over 30. And a lot of times it's because there's so many hormones in our foods today, and in fast food there's so much estrogens that it messes up our own ability to make hormones. It's really bad. And I've seen in the last 10 years that, well, 15 years, it's been on a decline where I'm getting younger and younger guys with very low testosterone, and women, the same thing. You know, the doctor says, you know, they do a full hysterectomy on them and they have their ovaries taken out. No way can they make any kind of hormones whatsoever, and so they give them an antidepressant. Well, what does an antidepressant do to a woman? Well, it makes you gain weight. Now, how depressing can that be? Okay, so, you know, if you're on an antidepressant, there's no reason for it. And again, just like I said, serotonin is that feel-good, and then dopamine you get from weight training. Those are all the feel-good hormones. And one way to get that feel-good hormone or get out of depression is to eat healthy and exercise. It gives you something to look forward to. I can't wait to turn 60, you know, because I'm like, yeah. I'm a bodybuilder. I'm going to be in the 60s class. So that means I'm going to be competing on a national level against guys my age. All right, so watch it, you guys. All right, I'll be looking for you. All right, anyways, and we're looking for you to get up here and get a picture in. Okay, contact me. There's all kinds of ways. I'm on Facebook, Twitter. I have a YouTube channel at Ray Bessette, and physical address is at Raw Gym here on Spring Cypress Road here, and it's in Tomball, but Cypress Spring area. And RayBessette.com is how to contact me. And Jodi, we got, what do we have today? How did you feel from our last workout?
I feel great. Yeah,
really good.
I'm ready
okay.
To go. Today is
upper body.
Yeah.
Okay. Your leg sore?
Little.
Okay. All right. That's good.
No pain, no gain, right?
And that's the thing. Well, to a certain extent, we don't like to get. I'm not here to get you real sore.
No.
Again, it's stimulation, not annihilation. Okay. Anyway, this is Ray Bessette. This is Jodi. We're about ready to hit the weights. Thanks for listening in. I hope you got a lot out of this. And if you need to contact me, if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do. And again, it's Ray Bessette at RayBessette.com. Thank you.